I'm going to say it was a 10-minute sermon. Got everybody born again, 3,000 people. Chapter 2 of Acts. When the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place, and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, heavy breathing, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire. Only the 12 saw it. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, pletho, filled to capacity, plerao, filled to overflowing, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews and devout men of every nation under heaven, and wherein this was noised abroad in the temple, because they were all in there the hour of prayer, it just said. And the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language the wonderful works of God. And they were all amazed and marveled, and saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born? Parthians and Medes and Elamites and dwellers of Mesopotamia and Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia and Egypt and the parts of Libya and Cyrene, and strangers from Rome and Jews and proselytes, Cretes and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongue the wonderful works of God. That's phenomenon, because it's not guaranteed. And they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying one to another, What meaneth this? And others mocking said, These men are full of new wine. That new wine is grape juice. Old wine gets fermented. And that's not what Jesus had the barrels full of at the wedding. It was new wine. No alcohol poison in it, okay? God's not going to be feeding people poison. But Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and said unto them, while my throat's getting dry, Ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, and be known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken as ye suppose, seeing it is the third hour of the day, but this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the latter days, saith God, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. That can't be talking about Revelations and the Jews. It's talking about the grace administration. Part 2, next. All right?